So David is delving into the murder mystery genre, okay? And here's his latest murder mystery called They're All Dead. And one of the reasons why I'm really excited about this book and just about it is that it takes place in Longmont.
That's right.
And, there's different locations. So if you're a Longmont native or you live here, you're going to find different locations that you'd be like, oh, I know where that is. And so it's grounded in real life, and it's about a grandfather and his grandson.
Correct.
And is there anything you'd like to share about this?
Well, the basic idea is that the grandfather has come back to live with his grandson in Longmont. And the grandson comes home from school, the same school the grandfather went to 40 years ago. And for one of the few times, he has some interesting stories to tell. The police chief had been their guest speaker, and he's talking about old cold cases. And they're having a great time. Grandfather and grandson just having a good time. When he starts into the third case, Grandpa just goes ballistic and says, "Don't you ever talk about that story again," and slams the door and walks off. The grandfather knew the people involved in that old cold case.
Wow.
And had run from the police 40 years ago. So because he's told his grandson, you have to do the right thing, on Monday they go down to the police station to talk to the police. They get involved in the cold case, and before they're done, the cold case has become a hot case. Bodies start showing up, and the only source of information the police have is Grandpa's memory of the people that might be involved.
Wow. That sounds good. I want to read real quick one of the reviews. A great read.
Okay.
A mind-twisting, family-friendly crime drama. If you are tired of gratuitous sex and violent scenes inserted into stories just to bolster weak plot writing, pick up this book. Mr. Williamson is a grand storyteller who kept me engaged in guessing. Can't wait for his next one.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
I love that review because it really points to the parts of the story that I think are important. You don't have to have all that other stuff if you have a good story. And I think people can really enjoy this. It's one that I wrote specifically so you could read it every night just before you go to sleep. Or you could, this is your in the car book. Or you could sit down and read it straight through. And if your kids pick it up, they can enjoy it as well.
That's awesome. I mean, I usually don't think of murder mysteries as family friendly, but so I guess we'll go off of your word and off of the review here on Amazon.
Review? Yeah.
So that's They're All Dead. David, is there anything that you haven't said that? Well, I probably shouldn't ask you that question. Is there anything you'd like to close out the interview with?
Well, I'm excited because the sequel is just about finished. There'll be a new book called Dose of Lemonade, happens at a lemonade stand in Longmont.
Wow.
But also that I really enjoy the writing process. It's exciting to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a spark in everyone of creativity. And often we push it to a side or we water it so it doesn't flare up. But when we let that spark go, there's something special about it. We can do special things. And it's a wonderful feeling to read through a section and go, that's well written.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's well done. And that excitement carries over then and carries you through those days when you're editing page after page because of that excitement.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, David.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show.
It's been
great.
great.
I wish you the best with your books.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for David.